Before you scroll away, let me ask you something honest. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt smaller than everyone else? Have you ever felt your shoulders drop, your eyes look down, your voice become quiet before you even said a word? Maybe no one said anything to you. Maybe no one judged you out loud. But inside your mind there was a voice whispering, "You don't belong here." If you've ever felt that way, then this message is for you. Because today we're going to talk about something that can quietly change the direction of your entire life, learning to walk with confidence. Not fake confidence. Not the kind that pretends everything is perfect. I'm talking about the kind of confidence that grows from struggle, from doubt, from the moments when life knocked you down and you still found a way to stand back up. I remember a time in my life when I didn't walk with confidence at all. I walked with hesitation. I walked like someone who expected to be ignored. When I entered a room, I didn't look people in the eye. I looked at the floor. I spoke softly, hoping no one would notice my mistakes. And every time an opportunity appeared, a chance to speak, a chance to try something new, a chance to step forward, I felt my mind pulling me back. "Stay where you are," it said. "Don't risk it." And slowly, without realizing it, I started living my life from the sidelines. Watching other people take risks. Watching other people speak up. Watching other people walk through doors that I convinced myself were not meant for me. Maybe you know that feeling. Maybe you've stood in a crowd and felt invisible. Maybe you've had ideas inside your mind that you never shared. Dreams that you never chased. Words you never spoke. Not because you didn't care, but because you doubted whether you were enough. And that doubt is heavy. It sits on your shoulders. It follows you everywhere. It changes the way you stand, the way you talk, the way you see yourself in the mirror. But here's something I learned the hard way: confidence is not something you are born with or without. It is something you build. One step at a time. The truth is, most people you think are confident didn't start that way. They just decided something important. They decided they were tired of shrinking themselves to make other people comfortable. They decided they were tired of waiting for permission to be who they really are. And the moment that decision happens, something shifts inside. Because confidence is not loud. It's not arrogance. It's not pretending to be perfect. Confidence is simply the quiet decision to stop doubting your own worth. Think about a moment in your life when you felt proud of yourself. Maybe it was something small. Maybe it was a day when you spoke up even though your voice was shaking. Maybe it was a day when you tried something new even though you were afraid you might fail. That feeling you had afterwards, that sense of strength, that moment where you thought, "Maybe I'm stronger than I believed." That's where confidence begins. Not in perfection, but in courage. The problem is that fear loves to interrupt that courage. Fear remembers every mistake you've made. Fear reminds you of the times things didn't work out. It whispers stories about embarrassment, rejection, failure. And if you listen to it long enough, it starts to shape your life. You walk slower. You speak less. You dream smaller. And eventually you start believing that this quiet, limited version of yourself is all you're meant to be. But that is not the truth. That is fear talking. Because inside every person listening to this right now, there is another voice. A quieter voice. A voice that says, "There's more in you." A voice that reminds you of the strength you showed during your hardest days. The resilience you showed when life became difficult. The courage you showed when you kept going even though no one was cheering for you. That voice is real. And the more you listen to it, the stronger it becomes. Walking with confidence begins with something very simple. It begins with the way you see yourself. Not through the eyes of critics. Not through the expectations of strangers. But through the truth of your own journey. Think about everything you've survived so far. The difficult days. The setbacks. The moments when you felt like giving up but somehow kept moving forward. Those moments matter. They are proof of strength. Proof that you are capable of more than you realize. And confidence grows when you start honoring that strength. When you stand a little taller. When you speak a little clearer. When you take one small step outside your comfort zone instead of retreating back into safety. At first it feels uncomfortable. Your heart beats faster. Your mind tries to warn you about everything that could go wrong. But here's the secret most people never tell you: confidence is built in those uncomfortable moments. Not when everything feels easy, but when you move forward despite the fear. There will be days when doubt returns. Days when you question yourself again. That's normal. Even the most confident people experience it. The difference is they don't let it stop them. They keep walking. They keep trying. They keep showing up. And every time they do, their confidence grows a little stronger. Like a muscle being trained through repetition. Imagine what would happen if you made a decision today. A simple but powerful decision. The decision to stop walking through life as if you need permission to exist. The decision to stop apologizing for your dreams, your ideas, your voice. Imagine waking up tomorrow and choosing to walk into every room with your head up, your shoulders back, and the quiet belief that you deserve to be there. How would that change the way you speak? The way you work? The way you chase the things that matter to you? Because the world doesn't just respond to what you say. It responds to the energy you carry. When you walk with confidence, people notice. Not because you're louder than everyone else, but because you're grounded. Certain. Real. Confidence sends a message before you even open your mouth. It says, "I respect myself." And when you respect yourself, others begin to respect you too. But the most important change doesn't happen outside. It happens inside. When you walk with confidence, you stop fighting against yourself. You stop treating your own mind like an enemy. Instead, you become someone who believes in your ability to learn, grow, and rise after every fall. And that belief changes everything. It opens doors you once thought were closed. It pushes you toward opportunities you once avoided. It turns ordinary moments into turning points. So the next time you step out into the world, remember this: confidence is not about being fearless. It is about walking forward even when fear is present. It is about trusting that you are capable of handling whatever happens next. It is about refusing to shrink yourself just because the world once made you feel small. Walk with confidence not because life is easy, but because you have survived hard things. Walk with confidence not because you have all the answers, but because you are brave enough to keep learning. Walk with confidence because your story, your voice, and your presence matter more than you realize. And one day, if you keep taking those steps, you will look back at the person you used to be, the one who doubted every move, the one who hesitated at every door, and you will realize something powerful. That person didn't disappear. They grew. They became stronger. They became someone who walks through life with courage instead of fear. So today, take that first step. Lift your head. Straighten your shoulders. Walk like someone who knows their worth. Because the world will try to define you, doubt you, or limit you, but the way you walk into your future is a choice. And when you choose confidence, you choose a life that is bigger, braver, and more powerful than fear ever wanted you to believe.